Here's an interesting question. I know there's one necessarily answer to this, but LinkedIn has a reputation of being versus like a Facebook or something in the B2B world, like a more expensive ad platform, right? But when you talk about the lifetime value of ABM targets, right, and what you're going to get out of it, and the individual campaigns that go to the buying group here, how would you kind of help us couch this as this is actually a pretty darn efficient way to go to market?
So when you compare the targeting options, a lot of platforms just don't have the professional targeting options that many companies want to be using. And LinkedIn's gonna be the best fit for the companies that do need and want to reach a very specific target persona at a very specific type of company. So if you're looking to sell to all business owners out there, maybe you're selling credit card solutions to all business owners, then maybe you do use Facebook because you don't need those options that LinkedIn has. And if you compare them side by side, yeah, LinkedIn usually is a more expensive platform, but it has these targeting options that you just can't find anywhere else. So if you're looking to target a very niche professional at a very specific type of company, that's where LinkedIn is really going to be a good bet there. And the things that you can look at if you're comparing stats is your cost per qualified lead that you're going to get on each channel. So usually at the end of the day, when you're doing that math, that's when LinkedIn is going to be competitive because you might be getting leads from Google or Meta, but they might not be the right kind of people. Lots of times when I've compared different campaigns here, your leads off Google might be people just kind of looking for research or stuff like that. Leads off Facebook can be kind of all across the place. People didn't really know what they were clicking on or what they were signing up for. So when you compare cost per qualified lead, in the end, LinkedIn's often going to be competitive then when you compare the quality of the traffic versus those other platforms.
Makes perfect sense. Can you give us an example? Don't name any names, right? But where you've been able to deliver a campaign where, like, say, the CMO or director of marketing or whoever you're dealing with is like, wow, I didn't realize we could do that. Right? Like, how do you, we remember things 22 times better when it's told to us in the form of a story. Like, give us a story of how, like, targeting a buyer group or getting the return on investment at various stages in the ABM process, whatever you think is the best, but give us a story we can kind of like dig our teeth into.
Sure. So in the financial world, there's different certifications that people can get in the financial world. So there's a piece of financial software that we're promoting on LinkedIn, and it's mainly made for this specific type of financial advisor who has a specific certification. So very niche. And, if you go target on Facebook, there's just no options out there for people who have like that specific certification. But on LinkedIn, people often add that skill to their profile. So it makes for a very nice way to, hey, I want to target people who have this skill that indicate they have the certification that we're looking for, that we sell them this piece of software. So that's like a very clear one when people are listing that skill in their profile. Great. That's a great option that we can use for targeting. And then if you're asking about the funnel there, so very common, the different stages of the funnel you're going to build is going to be your top, middle, and bottom of the funnel. Depending on the audience and the offer, I always say don't make the funnel longer than it needs to be. If you're promoting something that people actively want or need, then just go right to the request a demo. But for a lot of like enterprise technology, it is a lot more work to get somebody to know who you are, to get them interested and get them, ready and wanting a demo. So that's when you start to need to introduce the top and middle and bottom of the funnel and breaking those stages out. For this piece of financial technology, that one we can go largely more straight to demo because it's something that they know that they need. And there's not a lot of great solutions out there. The one that we're promoting is a more modern, friendly, easy to use, has a good reputation in the market. So people are already kind of like interested because they know they're using this old technology that they hate using, but they can jump to this new platform and have a much better experience. So for them, we go pretty direct to demo, but we do like to mix both the brand awareness and the demo campaigns at the same time. You'll get a little bit of lift when you're doing some brand awareness. And these days on LinkedIn, the most effective brand awareness types of campaigns you can be running are what we call thought leader ads, or what LinkedIn calls thought leader ads. They sound very fancy, but it's just the boosting of posts from people. So back in the day, you could only run company page ads on LinkedIn, but nowadays you can boost posts from people. And that's what those thought leader ads are. And they perform much better because people will always engage with people more than they will companies. And it helps people get to know your people at your company and create those relationships. So thought leaders are a great tactic to be using. So if you have people in your company who are posting, or if your founders, owners, or executives can be posting, that's great content to be boosting. And that's really great for the brand awareness side of things. It can also work for bottom of funnel types of posts where you might have your post that directs people to the website to go learn more, to request a demo. So they can kind of work for all stages of the funnel there. But for this specific piece of financial technology that I'm talking about, we're doing a lot of thought leader ads to get people in the industry to see examples and demos of how other people are using this. And then from there, we go send them to the demo page so they can request a demo and they can see it for themselves.